Hey, everybody. This is Ken Peavy here. I've just decided to do a really late Facebook Live. I don't know if anybody's going to get on, but you know what? It doesn't matter. All I know is that I have to be obedient to the things that I want to do, and part of that stuff is doing things that I've never done, and the timing of when I do them. Yeah. So anyway, Facebook is building my audience, so I'm just gonna do 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 do. Man, this is good. My tea. Good evening, or actually, it's morning. It's morning somewhere. Just waiting about another minute or two while Facebook is gathering my audience, and I promise I won't keep you long. Just had a couple of thoughts that I want to share based upon some things that I encountered over the last couple of days. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about what I want to talk about. And if anybody comes on, they come on. If not, they don't. One of the things that I thought was really interesting about Saturday. Saturday we had a Zumbathon event, and it was for breast cancer awareness. And every year, I think I've been participating in it for about the last 3 years. And this last year, though, this event on Saturday, it caused me to do some thinking because of some other people that I know that I won't mention their names, caused me to start thinking. It's like, why do we only have 1 month that we recognize with this one particular cancer? And all cancers are bad, and breast cancer awareness is definitely something that is worthy of getting the scrutiny. But you're looking at the football games today, all the NFL players, they've got the pink shoes on, they've got the pink ribbons on, and I was challenged to start thinking about, well, what about prostate cancer or any other cancers? I mean, we don't have a month set aside for those. So that's not the reason for what I'm talking to you about, but I just wanted to do some thinking about it. It's like, well, why do we only really focus 1 month for this one particular cancer? And like I said, all cancers are terrible. But anyway, hey, Rodney, the reason that I wanted to talk and share a little bit at this time in the morning was at the Zumbathon event, I was a vendor, and I was also a participant. And being a vendor, I had a unique perspective of listening to people as they were interacting and taking on the Zumbathon. And of course, as a vendor, they came by my area, and I had the oils going. And the number one comment that I heard all the time was, "Wow, it smells really good here." So I took that as a compliment because it does smell good, the smell of the oils. But it came time for me to get on stage and do my routine. So I did my routine with the men's team, which I'm proud to. This was my first year being able to be a part of that men's team. It was a lot of fun. One, because there are a lot of men that don't do Zumba. I wish we can get the word out and get more men to feel comfortable with coming out there and having fun. I mean, there's nothing better than music, dancing, and people. I mean, that's just a recipe for a good time. But after I got done with that, our team got done. One of the vendors said, "You know what? You're my hero." I was like, "Hero?" I said, "How can I be your hero?" And I don't know what it was that made her say that, but I didn't ask for any details because I was just being a part of the activities. And then walking around throughout the crowd, another person, we were taking a group picture. Another person said to me, "You're amazing." I was like, "Oh no, I'm not amazing. I'm just an everyday guy." And so getting compliments and people telling you what you're a hero, you're amazing, you're this and that, positive affirmations, things that I normally tell people that they need to tell themselves. But it's weird when it comes from other people. And maybe that's just the part of me that, I've always tried to be humble, always taught to be humble about things that you do well. And so maybe I should just say, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. But it's hard for me to take that. And I guess, I don't know, that's just part of my nature. But it made me think a lot of times we struggle with what it is that we want. We haven't defined what we want out of life. And then we haven't defined, we haven't set a time frame for when we want it. And I think the number one reason for that is because deep down somewhere, there's a fear of failing. There's a fear of not being accepted and rejected. And that's normal. The last few months have been me really, really stepping out. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Really, really stepping out and doing things that people will say, wow, you're really good at this. Where I see myself as like, man, I'm really struggling at this. But what they see of me is, I don't know, it's different. So part of my little thought or tip for you today is define what you want. And it doesn't have to be something that's a year away. Just do a short little mini 30-day window of if there's something that you've always wanted to do that you never did it, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and do it. And then focus your mind on achieving that thing that you want. Also, this right here, you gotta protect it from all the negativity that's in the world, because everybody gets beat up every day, and that's something that we take for granted. But seriously, you have to protect your mind. You have to protect what comes out of your mouth goes into your ears too. So, I always tell people, when you're asleep, your subconscious mind is trying to make what you say during the day come to light. So focus on being careful that you're not speaking negativity into the world, so that when it comes back, you don't know where it came from. So when you start living and start focusing on things that you want to happen, the universe will make things happen for you. Let's see, what else? I met some really, really cool people at the Zumbathon. I met an author of a book. Her name was Angelina Taylor. And Angela Taylor. I'm messing up her name. Angelina, I was right. And the name of the book is Getting Fit for Life. And I thought it was a very interesting title because, most people only want to get fit for, there's a wedding they want to lose 10, 20 pounds for, or there's a reunion that they want to lose 10 or 20 pounds for. Why is it that we don't look at getting fit something as a lifestyle or something that you have to do for the rest of your life? Because we think of that as like hard work. But when it comes to routine things like brushing your teeth or feeding yourself, those are things that you got to do every day for the rest of your life too. That doesn't seem like a chore. But when it comes to doing things that require you to exert a little physical activity, maybe do a little bit more planning, then we start to find ways and excuses why we can't do the things we need to do. I like jeans to fit all the time. Jeans are good. They should fit all the time. But see, that's why I'm going to tell you a little trick. When you go jean shopping, you need to have a pair that you're in now. You need to go a size up and a size down so that no matter what happens, you always have clothes to wear. Oh, man. I used to do that. And the one thing, Heather, you don't know this about me. Like 6 years ago, I was 250 pounds. I was wearing size 42s. And I had just, I just gotten to the point where I was just sick and tired of looking at myself. My wife was like, you need to do something. I was like, I'll do something. But then when you get to that point where you feel bad, you just, there's the line of negotiation with yourself. And the key was seeing myself naked in the mirror. Oh, busted and disgusted. It was not, that's a size. Yeah, it is a size. So when I got tired of seeing myself, then I made a decision. I used to drink sodas like it was, my favorite was Dr. Pepper. And it was nothing for me to be sitting down, playing a video game, and drinking a 2-liter soda. And yeah, I had to stop that. So I stopped cold turkey. I started walking. And then I did this program called P90X because I saw it on an infomercial. And it's like, wow, this guy's losing all this weight. and I could do it in my home, and I don't have to go to the gym and have people laugh at me. I thought it was good. So I got the program, and that started the transition of me taking better care of myself and being a more active part of society. Because when I was in the military, yeah, I was in pretty good shape for like 20 years or so. But then when I got retired, I said, you know what, I'm not running again, I'm doing this again, and that's the thing. When you stop doing things, like I stopped running, I stopped being physically active, there was no desire to do it. And so one of the lessons in life is if you do best what you do most. This is something I learned from one of the sergeants. His name was Sergeant Gray, and he used to always say that you do best what you do most. So if you want to get better at something, if you want to have a better health, better fitness, you just have to start taking part in your life and being active. So I started writing out my plan. I did P90X. I lost a bunch of weight, and I started feeling good. But I lost the weight for the wrong reasons. It was more of a vanity thing. Still, the weight came off, and everybody said, "Hey, you did great." But I think, like I said, getting fit for life, you don't think about not brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth is something that you do. Hopefully, you do it, and taking a shower. But most people struggle with having to have small windows of time. Hey, I got a wedding. What can I do? I always get asked all the time, "What do you recommend for doing this?" Or I need something quick. And I think part of our cultural problem is, the microwave society that we live in. Everything has to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you want food or food-like substances, you can just get in your car and get it anywhere. But I don't think we were designed to live that way, and I definitely know we weren't designed to sit in cubicles and punch a time clock and then just start that whole cycle every day. So you do best what you do most. As you start moving, your desire, and I'll share this story with you. I did pretty good when it came to physical fitness. I always had first class PFTs, and I always did carry my own. But there was a time where I didn't really want to run, and so I didn't run. I did other things. I got into Zumba. I got into dancing. I got into kettlebells. And then one morning I woke up and I felt like running. And it was the weirdest feeling. And I was like, why do I want to run? And I couldn't figure it out. So what I did, I put on my shoes and I went running. And I think that was probably the best run I have had in a long time. Now, I didn't run anymore after that, but the story was, it was put into my mind. It was based upon all the other things that I were doing. So, sometimes, you may want to go straight, but your body will tell you things that you need to do that you probably don't want to listen to, but it's probably a good idea to always listen to your body. And I pride myself on not being injured. I'm 54 years old right now, and there's people that are a lot younger than me that are constantly getting hurt, either working in the gym or doing these ultimate Spartan marathons and just jumping over stuff. And that stuff is fine, and there's a place for that, but I think you also need to focus on taking care of this body. So if you haven't prepared yourself to do those type of activities, then you probably shouldn't do those type of activities. On another thing, today, I had someone come up to me and they were asking me for suggestions on how to not be sick. And there's one guy at work, he's been sick for 3 weeks now. And I've been telling him, I said, you need to stay away from me. But, I have a diffuser, and I diffuse it all the time at work. And all a diffuser is, it's a device that, it holds water, you put a drop of oil or two in it, and it turns it into a mist. And so that oil gets dispersed. And I have oils for different type of situations. And the oils are the best. I've been using these oils for 6 months now, and I tell you, Wanda, it has really made a difference in my recovery. I've been living off I shouldn't say this. I've been living off about 4 hours, maybe 3 hours of sleep for the last 2 weeks or so. That's not the way I want to do my life, but I've been so focused on things. There's so many things that are happening in my life right now. And so either I'm going to make a decision to go after these things and do them, or I'm just going to make an excuse and stay where I'm at, so I don't want to do that. So I have to go ahead and reach for those things that I want. And it's amazing because I've been involved with some very amazing people who have poured their hearts and their talents into the people on their teams. And as a result of that, you're starting to see me be me. I mean, I've always been me, but I've never been me in a public sense. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Facebook Live went active. Hey, Miriam, how you doing? So I'm just, Facebook Live, I'm getting used to this format of video. As you can tell, the phone went down. It fell. But let's see. I lost my train of thought. Choo-choo, I got derailed. What was I talking about? Oh, the Zumbathon event. I was talking about the Zumbathon event, and then I started talking about running and being physically active. One other tip that I can give you, and before I let you go tonight, I want to keep it's already been 10 minutes, is that before you go to sleep at night, what you have to do is you have to prepare to go to sleep. I'm going to say that again. You have to prepare your mind, your body to go to sleep. So if you're constantly surrounded, like I got the lights on, I got the TV on, I got the phone on, and I'm just going, you actually have to shut yourself down and get to a place where the body can prepare to calm down and get itself ready to go to sleep. Because if you don't, then you'll be tossing and turning and doing all that crazy stuff. And you're thinking about all kinds of stuff you don't need to think about. So try this. 10 minutes a day, preferably 10 minutes before you go to bed. Make a me meditation devotion time where you take those 10 minutes, you shut everything off, even sit in the dark room and just breathe. Just take deep breaths. If you want to listen to some meditation music, you can do that. You can find things that'll help you bring yourself down. But if you can do it without the meditational music, just be quiet and still and see what happens. See what type of things you start to think about. And just focus on your breath. Focus on just being in the moment so that when you get ready to go to sleep, and then you just let yourself go. And I don't do it as much as I should, but when I do it, I feel so much better and I wake up so much better as a result of that. So a lot of times people, we're so active and we've got so many things we got to do. We got deadlines. And then when we go to bed, we just jump into bed and we expect everything to happen. It doesn't work that way. And the body was designed to give us everything we need as long as we do what we need to help it. Everything that we do, the foods we eat, the things that we consume, the things we think about, the activity that we do is all to support the body and its ability to keep us alive and keep us functioning. Now, I'm 54 years old. The most important thing for me in my life is to be functionally fit. I don't care about, having the biggest muscles or running the fastest. I just want to be able, if something falls, if I should fall, I want to be able to catch myself and not be hurt and get back up and keep living. So do the meditation, reflect. Those of you that you read your Bibles, whatever you need to do, just find that moment, that space where you bring everything down. Hey, Tashawn, it's good seeing you. Wanda, Elena, sorry. And just focus on that. And I think that's going to be it. That's all that I thought I was going to talk about. I appreciate you all coming in and stopping in. Hopefully throughout, and pray. Yes, pray. Pray, and because I tell you, I don't want to get into a what is that? Relaxation and Stress Reduction workbook by Davis M. All right, thanks a lot, Harry. Appreciate that. Harry is one of my bosses back in the Marine Corps. He's a Chief Warrant Officer, and now he's gone back into schooling. He's all into alternative ways of healing. I don't know what your titles are. You do a lot of stuff, and I appreciate you. And when you dance, you show it. Yeah, this is true. Yes. when I'm dancing, I don't think of myself. I think of myself as being the same age as the folks that I'm on a stage with. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just I just don't see myself like this. I just see myself like them. I'll be like, yeah, I can do that. I can still move. But anyway, thank you all for stopping in and paying a little attention to my live stream. Hopefully I can provide some valuable content, some motivation, inspiration to help you make it throughout your day, your night, and I am in a good place right now, and I'm looking forward to going out to California at the end of this month to get some specialized training with some wonderful people, and I'm just happy. I'm blessed, and I need you to keep praying for me because I am doing a lot of new things, and but I'm getting some great feedback, and it's amazing. And I'll say this one last thing. I know I keep saying this one last thing. There's one last thing. I had someone had lost. They were my friend on Facebook, and then they refriended me because they had to do something, got a new phone or something. And when she came back, she sent me another friend request. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I had just had to be your friend again because I wanted to get my daily dose of Ken's positivity." I was like, "But you never say anything to me." She said, "Oh, I've been watching you for years," and I was like, "Wow!" I was floored. It really took me back because you tend to think that the only people that respond to you are the people that are actually liking and commenting and sharing, but there's so many other people that you can impact and that you do have impact and influence over that may never even reach out to say hi to you. And that was kind of like interesting to me because I was like, well, if you got something out of what I said, you might say something, but that's not how it works. So realizing that made me even more want to develop myself to be a better person, develop the skills so that I can help inspire, motivate, encourage, and positivity. And like I said, I'm not all what you see and all the positivity stuff. I'm just like you. I got struggles too. I got aches and pains and stuff up here that I need to get worked out too. So we're all in this together. All right. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. You all have a wonderful morning. We'll put a little plug in for my blog. It's at www.kennethpv.com. You can check it out, and there's some videos up there. And there'll be more Facebook Live stuff because this is what I'm really going to focus on. Facebook Live is being my social media platform for reaching out and staying connected with everybody. All right. Thanks again for tuning in. Goodbye. Good night. God bless. And see you later on the next video. Bye-bye.